Hi everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and I'm making this video as a follow-up to the one I made 1 year ago today, which was 3 big ways to improve your playing. And so the whole focus was on practice and how do you make practice higher quality. And um, over the last year, like the idea of practice and my thoughts of practice and the importance of practice has just absolutely ballooned and skyrocketed. And I've just been applying it to every aspect of my life, and it's pretty interesting. So I wanted to share some of that with you today. The If you want to see this practice log that I'm going to be referencing today, if you go to the Fretboard Toolbox website, free tools, 3 big ways to improve, you can download this practice log. But the practice logs have been one of the biggest things that I have done to help change the game for myself. And when I did the video a year ago, I was on week 5, and now I'm on week 59. The way that these practice logs work is that you put in time whenever however much time you practice, and then you put zeros on the days that you don't. And then this spreadsheet that I made will calculate everything for you. So I'm able to look back now and see, with 404 days since I started using this spreadsheet, I've practiced 329 of those days. I added an all-time percent section, so I haven't practiced every single day, but I've practiced 81% of the days since then, which is a big deal for me. That's a lot of practice for me. And one of the big things I'm doing when I'm practicing is I am recording the time, and I'm just putting a stopwatch on, and then I don't do anything else during that time. I used to check emails, I'd strum some chords, and then like, oh, I should check this email or strum some chords. Oh, a text message came in, strum some chords. Like, Dad, I need you to, like, now if somebody needs me, I'll still go help them, if my kids need something, but I'll just hit pause, and then that time doesn't count. So the only time that counts is when I'm actually practicing. And so just keeping track of this log is really powerful, because the idea of putting these zeros in is a bummer. Like, that's not fun. Like, I'm happy that I've practiced 81% of the time, but I'd like to see that closer to 90%. But life happens. Like, I got sick last week and I was down for the count, and I like made it happen a couple days, but I was too sick to practice a couple other days. But the key things to keep in mind are going to be like recording that time, and whether you use the spreadsheet or not, I don't care. It's a free spreadsheet for you, but just find a way to record that time, and then make some specific goals. Like, that's the biggest thing. And I have struggled with making videos, because what I practiced was feeling guilty about not making videos for Fretboard Toolbox, and I did a lot of practice thinking about making videos and rehearsing stuff in my head, but not making it happen. So this week I'm starting the Fretboard Fridays, and this year I put out only 6 videos the whole year, and one was on January 1st, a year ago today, and then 5 were the last 5 weeks, because I finally made it a goal. Every Friday at noon I'm going to release a video, and that's just changing the game, because it went from, oh, I should really make some videos, to just, no, I'm making a video on Friday and it's coming out. And so it's changing the whole mentality. And so this whole philosophy of practice, like, it applies to relationships. Like, if you practice being a butthead, you're going to be really good at being a butthead. Or if you practice like not listening, you're going to get really good at not listening. And if you practice smoking cigarettes, you're going to get really good at smoking. And then when you try to quit smoking, it's like, well, I'm just not good at quitting. And you're not good at it because you didn't practice it. Like, the only stuff we're good at are the things we practice regularly and practice all the time. Like, we drive in the United States, we drive cars all the time, and we, like, in this current political climate, we, like, Americans are really divided, and it's just a rough time. But even so, we still put our lives in each other's hands every single day, when we're just going 60 miles an hour in opposite directions on curves, and we're just trusting that people are going to do it right. And most of the time they do it right. An amazing amount of the time they do it right. And that's because most people practice driving every single day, and we get really, really good at it. Like, all the stuff that we want to get really good at, you're going to do it all the time. Same kind of thing for playing guitar. Like I've been practicing 80% of the time, but it adds up to 196 hours over the last 404 days. So whether the whole 10,000 hours thing is true or not, it definitely takes more than 196 hours to get awesome. And so like I'm just still just plugging away and plugging away. And even though like my playing's not exactly where I want it to be, that's okay, because the thing I can control every day is, did I get green boxes or not? And like I said, this week wasn't that great because I got sick. But that's the thing I can control is did I put more time into it? And sometimes I'll get done with the practice and I just feel like $1,000,000, like, oh, I nailed it. That was so great. And then other times it's like, I can't even, like, why am I bothering with this? I'm just never going to get any better. But it's okay, because as long as you keep plugging away and then filling those green boxes in, then you're going to be getting towards the goal. And sometimes it's hard to see because you're in it every day. But just this whole idea of setting these goals, these specific goals, and then reflecting over them and saying, how did it go? Like, am I making progress? Am I happy with what I'm doing? The video today is really just to get you some thinking about practice, and not just practice as like I'm strumming through all these things that I've played forever, but like playing some things that are hard, like practice should be a mix of things that are hard for you and a mix of things that are easy for you or fun for you. Because if it's not fun, then it's not worth doing. But if you're just playing the same 6 songs that you played for the last 20 years and you're not getting any better, then you just have to understand, like, okay, it's because I've practiced the same 20 songs and I'm really good at those songs I practiced for 20 years. But this song I've never practiced before, I'm not that good at it. So I guess I just need to put in some more time. So if you want to download that practice log again, just go to Free Tools, 3 Big Ways to Improve. Click on this practice log right here. And I set this up now so that if you download it, the first thing you have to do is you're going to have to make your own copy of it, because you don't have permission to use it, because that's my master copy. So you're going to go to File and then Make a Copy. Let's give it a minute to load here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you're going to go, here's your practice log. You go to File and then Make a Copy, and then you can name it anything that you want. Delete out all this stuff after you read here. Make your own goals, and then every day, like, you can start plugging in these dates, and it'll start calculating everything for you. Okay, and so that's going to be just keeping track of what those days are. And let's see, today's Wednesday the 1st, so I can put January 1 in here. And then if you just drag down here, you click this little box here, the little blue box, and then you drag down, then it'll fill out all the rest for you there. And then I can just plug in all the times here, and then it'll calculate everything up for me. So hopefully that goes back to 0 here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Just took a while. So it'll calculate everything up for you, and if I practice 30 minutes today and none the next day, and then 25 minutes, then I can come down here. And so out of the 3 days I've been practicing, I've got 0.9 hours, 66% of the time. And then it's really just fun to follow. And I've done this log for working out, which I wasn't ever working out. I got good at feeling bad about not working out. I practiced feeling bad for not working out. But once I finally had this practice log, it was like, okay, I'm going to focus on this part. I'm going to focus on getting these green boxes. And it kind of becomes addictive in a good way. So anyways, I hope that you found something useful there, and something you can take along on your musical journey. And if you go to that 3 Big Ways to Improve, you can read about some of my ideas on how to improve your practice time and the quantity and quality of your practice time, and setting goals. But whatever you do, make sure you try for a while, try recording your practice time and really seeing like how much are you practicing, because I think a lot of us feel like we practice a lot more than we do. But when you just have it right in front of you, you know, okay, here's exactly how much I've been practicing. And think about this practice theory in terms of other things in your life, like in terms of relationships, in terms of working out, in terms of like, why am I good at this thing, or why, I've spent so much time getting, like, I would not go bowling for 5 years, and then I'd go bowl, and then I'd bowl terribly, and I'd be really mad, like, oh, I should be better than this. Like, if I want to be good at bowling, I'm going to go bowl a lot, and I should go get green boxes for bowling, and then I can feel bad if I don't get any better. But if I'm never doing it, and then I do something poorly, then there's no reason to feel bad. I'm doing the same thing with Spanish. I've spent years practicing Spanish, but never listening, spending years listening to Spanish every day. And for the last year and a half, I've been listening to Spanish every day, and it makes a big difference. It just absolutely makes such a difference to just click those green boxes off every day. So anyways, thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to have lots more videos coming every Friday at noon. Fretboard Fridays. It's a specific goal, and it's measurable, and so I'll have those coming out every Friday. So thanks for stopping by and taking a look.